Hello everyone, Monica here from onlineboutiqueboss.com, and for today's video, we're going to chat about trade shows and how you can shop inventory for your boutique. So I am going to cover what are trade shows, a few that I recommend, as well as how to prepare to attend a trade show, get you all ready to go, and also how to make the most out of your trip and how to make the best buying decisions that fit in with you and your brand. I'm also going to give you a few tips, some follow-up tips as well, so what to do after the trade show, which is very important, so you don't want to miss that part. Now before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Click that little notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming boutique business videos. It would also be very helpful if you either left a comment and let me know your thoughts on this video. Let me know if you find it helpful, or you can give me a thumbs up. That really helps me and motivates me to continue to put these videos out there for you. So if I know that you're learning, you're finding them helpful, then I will do my best to continue putting these videos out there for you. So again, it would be much appreciated if you left me a comment or gave this video a thumbs up. So with all that said, let's go ahead and get started. I do have notes with me just because there are a lot of, I gotta say, a lot of awesome tips that I have for you, so I just want to make sure that I cover everything. Let's just go ahead and start with, what is a trade show? Now, trade shows are essentially events that take place where brands, vendors, businesses come together and they have booths set up where they showcase their products and most recent collection for buyers such as you and I, and also to make new connections as well. Now, there are tons of different type of trade shows just depending on your specific niche in business, in your category in retail. But I'm gonna chat about fashion trade shows because my expertise is women's clothing boutiques. So the first one is Magic in Las Vegas, which is the one that I just recently attended and is the one I'm going to reference today and share a little bit about my experience. There's also one in Dallas at the Dallas Market Center, as well as in New York, which is called Fame. So to find a trade show within your area, just search trade shows within the major city that's next to you. I do recommend attending at least one trade show in your boutique career because it is just an all-around amazing experience. And I do recommend taking a trip to Las Vegas. I feel like that is a place where it's a little bit more affordable for, boarding, and usually you can get deals with flights. So what happens, what takes place at trade shows? First and foremost, you get to pre-order inventory for your boutique, but you get to actually feel the product, feel the quality, feel the material, see the sizing and the styles in person. You can also, sometimes you can meet the designers and meet the business owners behind that brand and vendor, and also be introduced to brand new brands and vendors that maybe you've never came across online. I know I always find a new vendor that I love because I attended a trade show. You can also meet emerging and upcoming designers, which I am all about supporting other women in business, but just supporting other small business owners. It's also a great opportunity to feature different styles or designs in your store. Now, I'm also going to share with you some buying strategies as well at the next portion of this video, but I just want to give you an idea of what to expect when you attend a trade show. Something you can also do is attend panels and workshops where there's keynote speakers of some pretty awesome people in business and entrepreneurs, and you can just listen to their stories and learn from their experience and their knowledge in business. You can answer questions. I mean, it's just a great opportunity to continue learning, to continue growing, and it's also nice to kind of take a break and have a designated seat somewhere, but really it's just a great opportunity to continue learning and growing your business. Magic also has different happy hour events within the convention center, which is fun, and they usually host a party. I believe the last 2 times it was hosted at the Marquee nightclub, which is it's just something fun, right? And this, oh my gosh, okay, hold on. This time around, they usually have a performer. This time, JoJo performed. Yes, that JoJo. She was amazing. My life was made. I was so fangirling, you know, I was like in the front. I was like arm's length away from her. She is just such an amazing entertainer, and I have just been a huge fan of hers. So that kind of like made my trip overall. That's just a nice bonus. And I really feel like, you know, the coordinators at the Magic events, they really take the time to make sure that you are enjoying your experience while you're working, because you're there for business, but you are still enjoying the experience. And I definitely enjoyed that experience. So that was a nice little bonus. So those are just a few things that take place at trade shows, but most importantly, you are there to shop for your boutique or just to get an idea of how it all works. So if you are brand new to starting your business, you can attend just to get a feel for it all. But I am going to help prepare you for your first trade show, and that's what we're going to talk about next in this video. So let's go. Moving on. Hey there, I hope you're enjoying this video. I just wanted to quickly remind you that the Online Boutique Boss course and community is opening its doors to enrollment very soon. So if you would like to continue growing and learning and building your boutique and brand and business that you love, and you would like me as your mentor, then be sure to join our waitlist. The link will be in the description of this video down there. Okay, going back to the video now. Let's talk preparation. So how can you even get into a trade show and this incredible event? How do you even do that? Well, all you need to do is register your business online. With that specific trade show, they usually have their own dedicated website where you can register your business. Usually you need your business license and a copy of your seller's permits. They will announce when their next dates will be. For instance, with Magic, it's usually held twice a year in February and also around August time. In most cases, it's a free event to attend as long as you are a business owner or a buyer within that business and you have the proper documentation and you've registered all of your business information, which again, super easy to do. Now you can also have one guest. You could bring one person with you at no additional fee. So if you have an employee or an intern, or if you want to bring a friend or your significant other, I do recommend bringing someone with you. You can also register them online. They'll get their own badge. You'll be good to go. So you're probably wondering, what do I bring? Because that is a question I always ask anytime I go somewhere. It's like, what the heck am I supposed to bring? So I'm just gonna share with you a few of my must-have items and also what not to bring. My first tip is just to bring what you absolutely need, like what you personally absolutely need to carry with you. So you don't need a big purse, okay? Because you're gonna need your arms to go through all of the racks. You're gonna be carrying other things as you accumulate them during the show. So you just wanna make sure that you don't have any unnecessary items that you have to walk around with. So just bring your personal items that you need. For example, your ID, of course, and I would suggest bringing a copy of your business license and your seller's permit. You're not gonna necessarily need this when you grab your badge the first day because they already have that information. You will need your ID, but just having that peace of mind just in case somebody does ask for that copy. Now, in some instances where if you are a new buyer for the first time with a vendor, sometimes they may ask for that copy. So again, just bring it just in case. The reason why you don't need to bring your own bag is actually because you're going to be accumulating a ton of these guys, which are the branded canvas tote bags. So usually vendors will gift these bags to you to welcome you into their booths, or some vendors will give them to you once you purchase something from their brand. So just keep in mind, there are a ton of these bags, and this is usually what I use to start putting all of my things, because you're going to also be getting, a few extras as well. And at Magic, there are swag bags each day. So that's something you can also look forward to. You definitely want to bring water. There's refillable water stations provided for you, and bring your own snacks, because especially the first day, it's the most overwhelming, it's the most exciting, and you're going to be getting a lot done. I have a really good breakfast in the morning, and during the day I don't necessarily have time to leave and grab lunch, but it is important to stay hydrated and to eat something to keep you fueled throughout the day, because it's going to be, even though it's fun, it's a lot of work. Make sure you dress comfortably as well, because you're going to do a lot of walking, a lot of standing. The last thing you want to do is worry about how your feet feel. Now, one more thing I do recommend having is a specific business card or some sort of paper that you can laminate that has your business information on it. This way you can hand this over to the vendor as you're shopping the booth, because especially if you are a new customer of theirs, they're going to need to fill out all of that information, and it can definitely be time consuming. So you want it to be efficient, right? You want to make the most out of your time. There's a lot that you have to see, a lot that you have to do. So you don't want to wait around as they're entering in this information. So what I find helpful is having a specific either business card with you that has your business name, your contact name, your phone number, your shipping address, and your email address as well. You can also throw in your website. Next, I'm going to talk about planning out your day, and then I will cover buying strategies as well as just how the whole buying process works, and then I'll give you some follow-up tips as well. So stay with me here. There's still a lot that you're gonna wanna know. Planning out your day, you definitely wanna have your own schedule. The trade show will roll out their calendar of events, so you wanna write down maybe what panels you wanna go to, you wanna write down the time, so 12 o'clock I need to be at this area of the convention center. You definitely wanna write down what brands and vendors you wanna go to, because there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. So if there's one that you just absolutely know that you wanna check out, write it down or write their booth number down, and just make sure you get to see everything you wanna see. So if you wanna go to happy hour, that should definitely be on your calendar. It was on mine. Okay, so the buying process, how does it all work when you buy and pre-order items at trade shows? There are, again, booths lined up. There are different sections and categories of products. There's usually a young contemporary section, and again, this is based on the wholesale price points, generally speaking. So there's going to be young contemporary, there's going to be higher end brands and designers, as well as juniors. Their accessories, shoes. Stick to the categories that are related to your boutique and style of your products. It's going to be exciting to see all of these different products, right? And you're going to want to buy everything that you love, but you always want to keep in mind, who is your target customer? Would your target customer buy this product? Does this fit in with the theme and brand of my boutique and business? Is this part of my cohesive theme overall? So you always want to go back, think about your target customer. Now, as far as minimum purchase orders, many of the young contemporary and junior sections, and it's usually just one pack per overall order. So your minimum, again, is just one style, which is one pack, and that usually consists of 6 pieces of that individual item. Now, when you get to, say, the accessories or jewelry or handbag section, those minimum requirements, they may be based off of a dollar amount. So for instance, a $300 minimum purchase order. Sometimes you also may need to order one unique style. So one unique, say, handbag, you may need to purchase 2 or 3 at minimum, and then also meet that minimum dollar amount requirement. Now, if you start to get to the designer brands, those may be much larger of a dollar amount of a minimum purchase order. So just depending on your specific boutique and the brands that you carry, just keep that in mind. When it comes to your budget, I recommend setting yourself up with a budget, and you can allocate your budget, whatever makes sense for your business. How I like to do it and approach it is to have a monthly budget. So you can either do it by season. So for fall, I'm gonna spend this dollar amount. For winter, I'm gonna spend this dollar amount. Usually the items come in at different times, but if I know when those items are coming in for that specific month, then I can stick to my inventory budget. When it comes to actually paying for the items, you are not going to be charged for these items until they're actually available and ready to ship out for you. So again, you are pre-ordering items. So think about the season. If you are shopping for fall and winter, then a large chunk of your inventory budget may go towards sweaters, right? And outerwear, again, just depending on the style of products that you're carrying in your store. So if you're just starting out and you just launched your boutique, just stick to one pack at a time, so you're not overwhelmed with so much inventory coming in. Also, if you're testing out styles, right, maybe it's a new category that you're testing in your boutique, just stick to those one packs and see how well they do, how well they're received. And if you need to, you can definitely try to reorder those once you get back home. Make sure you get the vendor's wholesale website information. That way you can continue ordering from all the new brands and vendors that you found at the trade show. One quick tip when it comes to minimum purchase orders: if you find yourself that you really love, a lot of great items from a specific vendor, but you're not meeting that minimum requirement, try to negotiate, right? They are there to sell their product. Also, if you go back the very last day of the trade show, sometimes they're a little bit more lenient on that number, but just be respectful. And that's really about building the rapport with vendors. And I've mentioned this in a video of mine here before, how important it is to make that connection, build that relationship, and have those contacts with these vendors. Another benefit into making a direct point of contact is you can schedule appointments in advance so that you know you're taken care of. Someone can help you with your orders. And also, sometimes they may give you a special promotion, such as free shipping, if you have that set schedule and appointment with that vendor. Make sure you check out the cash and carry section. It's usually a smaller section within the event. And again, there are booths set up, but you can literally hand them cash and take those products with you rather than waiting for them to be shipped. So it's usually the jewelry, accessories, and maybe some stationery items as well. So what do you do now that the trade show is over? You're home, you're relaxing, you're waiting for your inventory to arrive. So what should I be doing? Well, you want to make sure that you follow up on the orders that you just placed. Even when you pre-order those items, it doesn't necessarily mean that those are guaranteed to be shipped out to you. The vendor may sell out, or there may be an issue maybe with your invoice. Make sure they have your credit card on file. What I like to do is I also like to notate, and I only do this for trade show orders, is I do notate on the invoice to make sure that they call me prior to shipping so that I can reevaluate that style and make sure I still want and still fits in with my current collection. Now, a tip for you is to make sure to take a picture of all the items that you purchase. That way you can just reference it and you can have a copy of everything that is coming in. So you want to be as organized as possible. I also like to write down, again, on the invoice that they're going to print out for you, I like to write down exactly which month that those items are going to be available. Now, some vendors already have this information on their invoice, which is very helpful, and they have photos. Now, when it comes to organization, I do like to keep my order forms in a separate section in my filing cabinet, where those are the order forms that are specifically from the trade show. That way, everything is organized and it's not mixed in with my normal buying process that I do online. Okay, I think that was everything on my notes that I wanted to share with you today regarding trade shows. I hope you found this helpful. I know it was a lot of information to take in, and I probably forgot a few things, but if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments section below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. And I just hope you enjoyed this video. It was a fun one. It was definitely a fun video. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.